Hey there, friends. Welcome to another episode of Offshore Spree, where today we do two things. We visit both sides of the sailing life pendulum. On the one side, we spend time cramped in a locker, doing boat yoga, trying to fix something we should have done right the first time. And on the other side of that pendulum, blue skies, wind, fast sailboats, and an absolutely amazing good time at the Sail GP held here in our home harbor in San Pedro.
This is where we live, in San Pedro, California. So it's super exciting when a global event like Sail GP comes to our very own harbor. Sail GP is a global sailing championship featuring high-speed catamarans racing on iconic waters worldwide. It was so close to our house that we could actually walk to the event. Launched fairly recently in 2019, it pits the planet's best sailors against each other in identical 50-foot foiling catamarans, capable of reaching speeds over 60 miles per hour. Teams from different nations compete in a series-long event of Grand Prix-style events. This is basically the F1 of sailing. The rules are pretty straightforward, yet intense. Each race lasts about 15 minutes on short, tight courses designed for close action and spectator excitement. Points are awarded based on finishing positions with 10 for first, down to 1 for 10th. The team with the most points after the Grand Prix events advances to the final, where a single race decides the champion. We only attended on the first day of racing, and we saw some absolutely incredible race finishes, where teams would come from behind to steal a win, and that just drove the crowd wild in the grandstands. Jillian actually has a background in large event production and festival production, so she's always quick to figure out a way to get VIP access. Sadly, we didn't have any connections to get into the Adrenaline Lounge, but that didn't stop Jillian from sneaking around and trying to find a way in.
I've been trying to sneak into this thing since last year. We'll figure it out. Come on, Rolex. Help a girl out.
It didn't work, but maybe next time they come back.
Next year, right? Right? Maybe?
Spend some money.
The next two stops are in San Francisco and New York City, and if you can attend in person, that's awesome, but if you can't, they stream the races live on YouTube, and the production value is really incredible. We're super stoked that this event comes right here to our home harbor. Super cool. Okay, enough glamour, back to work.
As you can see, we're still tarped up. We're still expecting a few more rainstorms this year and trying to keep as much water out of the boat as possible. I forgot how tight this is. Back a year ago Christmas, so 14 months ago, I replaced the fuel system in this boat, and I built in a polishing loop. And a couple of eagle-eyed viewers let me know in the comments that I'd actually misplaced the placement of the Raycor filter to the pump that circulates the fuel through the polishing loop. So I've made a little sketch here to see if I can't walk you through the current configuration of the tank and then what I need to change it to, just so that everyone can follow along. Here is my configuration. Here's my tank. During normal operation, the fuel comes up through the tank, goes directly through the pump, it passes through, and then goes directly to the engine and comes back around from the engine from the return back into the tank. It works very well. I've taken it out, run it for hours and hours at a time, and no issues whatsoever. When I'm in the slip and I want to polish some fuel, what I do is I put this from the A position to the B position. This is a two-way valve, and I put this also to the B position. And then I turn on this electric pump, and the pump pulls fuel directly from the pump, feeds it into the Raycor and back into the tank. This is where I made my mistake. The Raycor should be on this side and the pump should be on this side of my loop. Basically, the pump should be pulling fuel through the Raycor. Right now it's pushing it through the Raycor. And as that fuel comes up and goes into the pump, basically that pump is spinning really fast, so it's effectively like blending any fuel and water in there before it gets to the Raycor, and it makes it difficult for the Raycor to separate the fuel and have the water drop to the bottom of the cylinder here. So today's job is to basically reverse the position and put the Raycor in front of the pump. So the pump is pulling fuel through the rake core and sending it back into the tank, as opposed to the current situation where it's pushing fuel through the rake core and back to the tank. So it's not that difficult a task. Basically, I just have to replumb the hoses and the order of these two items. All of this business here I don't have to worry about, nor here. All that should remain the same. It's just really just flipping these two positions. We just have to empty the fuel out of the rake core that's there and disassemble and see if I need more hose or anything else to make this work. Hopefully it's plug and play, but fingers crossed. Hello, locker. It's been a long time. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna empty this because there's a bunch of fuel in there that's just gonna spill everywhere, so. There we go. Just need some air coming in. So we've got the diesel draining into my bottle here. I can see a little bit of debris in the bottom of the bowl too, so good thing that we're emptying this out now. Hope it all fits. Yeah, it will. There we go. All right. First thing we need to do is remove the rake core, I think. That's good. All right, so now we're gonna work over here. See if we can't get this off. I think what I'll do is I will take it off and put it down here in the bucket and then take the hoses off to minimize the mess. I think that's the right idea. There we go. Alrighty. Boat yoga in these weird places doing weird things, man. You get all sorts of weird cramps in your legs, your ankles, your shins. Not fun. Perfect. All the way up. Nice. So I've replumbed the system. Comes in from the tank, comes here, and we decide where it goes. If it goes here, it goes to the engine. If it comes down here, we close this, so we create a loop. And this comes around back over here into the tank. When we're done polishing, we close this loop, we open this, direct the fuel into the engine. And we also have a cutoff right here. So this is the return in the polishing loop. This is the return from the engine. So obviously if we're going to do the polishing loop, we close that and we open, there you go. There we go. And we open the loop back to the engine. All right, let's give it a test and see if it leaks anywhere. That says it can do roughly 3.2 gallons per minute. So I'll let it run for about 4 minutes. And yeah, no leaks anywhere. So I'm gonna call this a win. And now I'm just gonna run the engine for a little bit and just make sure I didn't introduce any issues there, but I don't think I did. So anyway, we'll see. Engine's running.
Thanks again for watching. As always, feel free to check out our website. We sell merch with the Offshore Spree logo on it. We're pretty proud of that. And if you like what you get, send us a photo of yourself wearing it, and we'll pop it into our Merch Hall of Fame. It's so cool to see folks from all over the place repping our logo. We're really proud of that. Anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on the notification bell so you'll know the next time we post a video. Thanks so much. See you next time.